So the president has sent us to explore this uncharted land. So the Mantennas, one of the many peaceful tribes, we're out to go encounter some new tribes and chart this new territory.
We walked for a while, making our way through the softball field, and then we found a white house.
Middle of this big open plain, we're coming up on a white house over here. It seems to be never explored. I'm trying to find out who lives in here.
When we went to this white house, our group found one of the secret codes telling us that this was the house of the old headmaster of DCDS. While reading the code, our group learned that Jason had died. We built him a memorial and wrote him a eulogy.
To Jason, one of the great members of our group. He was a great meteorologist who served us well. He gave us much input and told us much about the terrain. We will grave him deeply. Many of the trees here, as you can see, are barren. Not much life right here. I'm sure most of them are going through something. Right now, we've made our way onto a clear path. I'm sure many of people have come across this path, so let's see what this leads us to. We're walking through a very muddy area. Hopefully we don't slip and fall, but we're making our way through this uncharted area. Now we are entering a densely wooded area. Most of the trees here are barren with life. We see many leaves on the ground, indicating fall or spring. You can see buds on the tips of these trees, and so you know it's spring now. We are on our second bridge crossing, and seems like a pretty sturdy bridge. And now we will have to make our way through dense forest because of the swamped over path. Our expedition seems very monotonous. We've been walking and trekking through the same forest, hoping we could find another secret code for the president. The grass here looks very withered, showing that there hasn't been much rainfall until yesterday, and the grass is starting to get its nutrition back. On this weird terrain, I've spotted some new shrubbery that could be interesting. We finished 4 secret codes, and it's many different things that I found as a botanist that I'm happy to report back to our president.
Our group expected 3 main obstacles, the first being muddy terrain, the second, unfamiliarity with the woods, and third, not meeting enough tribes. Over the course of the expedition, our group exchanged peace medals with 3 other tribes, resulting in a peace between both our parties. The 3 groups we made peace with were DG Expeditions, North Star Expeditions, and the Oceanauts.
We just had our first encounter with a native tribe right over there, and we got their peace medal. It was right outside of the 3rd floor. It was a quick encounter. Now we've just encountered another group with Drew and Gino. Right now we're handing over peace medals.
With Drew and Gino, we are about to hand our peace medals to each other.
And now
we are
back to the middle school.
The Oceanauts were not very fast moving. They seemed slow and unreliable. It took them 5 minutes for them to walk a sidewalk to us. I suggest the president not to trust them. Throughout this expedition, I, as a botanist, have been looking to identify types of trees and plant life that are out here in this uncharted territory. The tree here was found near the bird feeder. I was able to identify this as a white cedar because of the thickness and shape of the leaf.
Throughout the expedition, we've seen many different trees, but this tree over here behind me has really intrigued me as a botanist.
This plant is called Spartina patens, more commonly known as saltwater cordgrass. This is a plant found in marshy areas and was found on the side of the Rouge River in the woods. This next plant is called Juncus grati, but is known as blackgrass or black needlerush. This is another plant that lives in swampy areas or marshlands.
On the expedition, we found many different trees. Most of them, as I like to call them, the evergreens, mainly because they're always green no matter what season it is.
This here is a Colorado blue spruce. Our group found it near the track. Colorado blue spruces tend to look like short Christmas trees. However, they can be identified by their bluish tint. This is an American boxwood. This plant is mostly used in landscaping and can be trimmed to many different designs. The middle school expedition was a helpful simulation to the expedition that Lewis and Clark took upon, from the plant life to the muddy terrain. Our observations will help future generations get through the land outside of the middle school.